We'll be reading the Diary of Anne Frank for our 8th grade literature class. I wanted to get more information for myself and my students on the impact of Anne Frank in the world. A quick Google search and I found an article, Anne Frank's Lasting Literary Impact. Perfect! And I found it on the site literarytraveler.com. I first wanted to see how timely the article was, and I saw that it was written in 2011, a little more than 6 years ago. It's not a recent article, but since the book is a historical novel, I figured the overall elements of this article would be fairly concrete. Next, I wondered who publishes Literary Traveler. I'd never heard of this site before. I Googled Literary Traveler to see if I could find a Wikipedia page to provide more information on the site. I didn't find a Wikipedia page, and while a Wikipedia page isn't necessary, we know that many reputable news sites, authors, and organizations can usually be found on Wikipedia. So I go back to the site and check out their About section, and I learned that this site is dedicated to the exploration of the literary imagination, bringing inspiring and informative articles about writers, creative artists, and the places they lived and traveled. I check out the co-founders, Francis and Linda McGovern, and I discover that they met while they were in college studying English. They got married and they started this website in order to share articles on their favorite literature. They have a pretty solid resume of writing, editing, and publishing skills, and they have a team of editorial contributors that also have English and writing-related degrees as well as experience in online publishing. However, it's pretty evident that this is just a commercial site that uploads blog posts on literature. I go back to our article and I want to learn more about our author, Hannah May. I want to see if she has a bio and how often she contributes. There's no bio at the beginning or the end of this article and no link on her name to learn more. So I search the site and 3 results come up for Hannah May. The only one related to actually Hannah May is her post in February of 2011, and there's no bio, so I have no way to know whether Hannah is a literary expert, whether she's a university student, or just a fan of the book. I start reading the article, and it's clear right away that this is an opinion piece. You cannot deny the phenomenon. So this is an opinion article written on the book Anne Frank and Hannah's view of why that book has a lasting literary impact. I continue reading, and Hannah makes some pretty strong claims. She says for 2 years of Anne's hiding, she agonized over the content, presentation, and how it could be perceived by the public upon her greatest hope beyond salvation that it could become published work. Well, how does Hannah know that Anne agonized over the writing? She continues to talk about some critics who continue to argue that the book is not great literature. Well, who are these critics and where are they making these claims? There's no evidence to support those statements. Anne does use citation from Francis prose throughout her book, or throughout her text. She uses ideas from Francine's book, Anne Frank, the book The Life and the Afterlife. That offers a little bit of credibility to Hannah's claims that the Anne Frank diary is a great piece of literature. However, I would have liked to have seen a little more background, a little more citation, and some more expert opinions on whether or not the Diary of Anne Frank is considered a great piece of literature, and learn more about its impact in the world. At the end of the article, I check to see if there's any footnotes or a bibliography section that offers citation, and I don't see any. The end of the book the end of the text just ends with her impression of visiting the home where Anne Frank was hiding. Overall, it was a great post that offered some unique insight into the Diary of Anne Frank, but without any expert opinion or any citation on Hannah's claims. It was really hard for me to be able to use this piece of text to educate my students on the book.